Consumption of polluted water can prove fatal to humans and the environment around it. The World Health Organization estimates that over 3 million people die from water-related diseases a year. Water is a huge asset in almost all industrial manufacturing work. Water is subject to heavy metals, radioactive elements, waste, and toxic chemicals. And where does that water go? It ends up in our rivers, lakes, canals, and our ponds. What are some things average citizens should be concerned about that go along with industrious water pollution?
I think one of the things that we need to be concerned about is, if there are industrial pollutants that are being released into surface waters, those very same surface waters may be our drinking water source. And so we have no idea, what the long-term effects of these chemicals are going to be on our body. We have no idea what the long-term effects are going to be. So, and we need to worry about that, for ourselves, for our kids, for our grandkids, and for our ecosystems, because we rely on those ecosystems for our very existence.
Ever since the Industrial Revolution of 1870, American economy has done nothing but expand. And with this expansion of industry comes a lot of industrial waste. With such lenient policies too, the door was opened for big businesses. Can the government be more stringent on industry and how it disposes of its wastewater?
Yeah, I think they could be much more stringent on it. And a lot of the regulations really have been gutted. So essentially we have gone backwards in terms of protecting our water.
Here's the plant.
It's a public health crisis of massive proportions. Lead in the water supply in Flint, Michigan.
Water is a human right. Fight, fight, fight.
President Obama declaring a federal emergency here, National Guard troops pouring into Flint.
Water for Flint! Water for Flint! Lives matter! Flint lives matter!
This is the city of Flint, a once very prosperous town in eastern Michigan, now the victim of an ongoing water crisis. This began 5 years ago when the city's water supply was switched to the Flint River in an effort to save money. But little did they know, the Flint River was polluted with dangerous amounts of lead. Such dangerous amounts that the entire city was forced to switch to bottled water, causing people to drive to one of only 3 distribution sites to receive 2 to 3 days worth of water, and wait in line for extremely long amounts of time. Consumption of this highly polluted water causes disease, lower IQ scores, and learning disabilities for children. Seeing this problem in Flint should really worry us about what industries do with their wastewater. If their wastewater is being disposed of in our surface waters, which is also our drinking water, it could be detrimental to the towns that rely on those bodies of water as their only source of running water. That is why citizens of industrialized towns need to do everything in their power to make sure industries in the area are disposing of their wastewater properly. What are some ways that citizens can contribute to the reduction of industrial water pollution?
So, the American consumer is the most powerful person on the face of the earth, in my opinion, because we can choose. We have the luxury of choosing which products we're going to buy or not buy. So we can certainly choose to support companies that, by buying their product, that are in environmental compliance, that really try to be green. And the other thing is, if there is an industry that is particularly bad or being has been out of compliance with the regulations, then we need to actually take action. We need to get off of our butts, and we need to call our congressmen, and we need to write to them, and you can call every single day.
As we know, the government moves very slowly, so action has to be taken as soon as possible, because the health and well-being of future generations is at stake. So call your local government officials and figure out their stance on industrial water pollution. Help ensure the safety of our drinking water. The clock is ticking.